I'm so back. Trade recap of the week. 4 to the 8th. Because it's been a few weeks since I'm not at home. And apologies, I'm a bit ill right now, so we're gonna go through a tour recap of all the trades we should have taken, of all the mistakes we took. Actually, the mistakes we've already talked in the video, like this one, for example, last Friday. We already talked about it. And at the same time, I'm kind of waiting for a trade. So if it slaps, then I guess you can see the live. Well, it's not live, but the live trade that I take. Basically, we're still bullish, well, bearish, sorry. Broke starts downside on the 7 hour. And now we're waiting for a sweep of liquidity up here. I think mainly I want to wait for a sweep of liquidity. If it starts breaking structure to the downside, then I guess we'll see into. Actually, we don't take a trade until we see a sweep. Okay, so hands up. I say this now. I'm not going to take a trade until we see a sweep. I don't care if I see 5-minute break structure, and I think it's gone high enough for it to come down again. But you know, okay. Thing is, it's been so long, and I've got the free version of Trading View that I can't go on the 1 minute this far back, but I can still go on the 5 minute, which is pretty sick. Bruh. We start on a Monday. This was the sexiest trade I slapped on. I could have had a tighter stop loss. But yeah, I think we have it here. The first ever trade win in this channel, which is embarrassing. As you can see, we were bearish. Wait, I don't have to go through it because I already did so. New York session. For this, I would have to wait until 4 p.m. Since when does New York session start? 2:30 p.m. Right? That's long as hell. But let's see. So we were bearish. Both shots to the downside, and we were bearish. That's why we took a London session bearish trade. And then what happened? We came all the way up to this 1 hour fair value gap at 3 p.m., which is the candle that I usually wait for it to close to see the 1 hour bias. Right, we came all the way up there. And then what was the next? So what was the next step? 5-minute break of structure. You know what? Good point. Very good point that I just made right now. That would have been a break of structure, and I could have waited for a retest to happen. So, in all honesty, I could have taken a trade somewhere around this place, and then stopped out. Something like this. If I took a trade here because of break structure, then a retrace probably happened, I don't know, around here. Who knows? And then it stopped out. But if that didn't happen, and I waited for this proper 5-minute break structure to happen, bro, my asthma, my illness is hitting all at the same time. What the fuck? I think he has made a 1 minute fair value gap, which got touched, got filled, and then it respected. And we could have taken a very sexy 1-to-1 ratio on these lows, and then a 1-to-2 in between this fair value gap, and then I think it never got up to this point. So if we left a third one all the way up there, we would have been stopped out at break even right here. So yeah, that's one trade we could have taken. See, as you can say, it's not taken. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this trade was not fucking taken. But yeah, we had, as I mentioned, we had 1 hour bias, we had fair value gap filled in the 1 hour, We respected it. 5 minute microstructure, 1 minute retrace, and respected off the fair value gap here, and then boom, perfect hit. That's why right now we're waiting. There you go. There you have it. Go to this. Go to the fucking 1 hour highs. These are 1 hour highs, by the way. Okay. Tuesday. So this, as you can see, it would have been either a loss or a break even. This means that I would have still taken the trade, because if not, it wouldn't be here, and that is because we had. I mean, the bias was correct. The bias was literally correct. It went up. Why? Because we broke a 1 hour fair value up here, and then we filled a 1 hour. Sorry, we broke 1 hour highs here, and then we filled a 1 hour fair value up here on market open. In turn, we waited for 5 minute break structure. 5 minute break structure hit perfectly. Look, even if we didn't find a 1 minute fair value gap, we got here a nice 5 minute fair value gap, which, as you can see, got filled. Sorry, 5 minute. I don't know what I said. I don't know, 1 minute, 5 minute. Anyways, I'm in a 5 minute fair value gap. We got filled here. So entry there if you want. This again would have been a kind of confusing, and something I wouldn't know until I actually took the trade. But you could say technically we would have had our first take profit on a 1-to-1 ratio, right? And then stopped out here. Or maybe I was waiting for these highs, which never got touched, right? Something like this. Oh, that got touched, my bad. Something like this. I was waiting for these highs. Fuck's sake, there you go. Which never got touched. And then I would have been either stopped out, or if my stop loss were here, I would have been stopped out. Or if my stop loss were here, I would have actually taken a full fucking trade of this guy. Gigantic fucking trade. I would have been able to hit. I would have been able to hit, yeah, 1-to-1, a 1-to-2, a 1-to-3, a 1-to-4. God damn. But yeah, it was either we took profits up here, and then we broke even, or we got stopped out. We don't know until we actually took the trade, and we see the bias. Sorry, and we actually took the trade. Cool. Afternoon of the Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. New York session time. We are trading, or are we? Let's see. A lot of red folders. I think for this reason, this week I didn't trade, and I didn't give a trade recap because there was a lot of red warnings saying to you, do not trade, or to me. And what happened here? 2:30 p.m. Market opens. Let's see the buys. I think I just made this trade. I don't know if I'm correct or not. Right, so wait for a 1 hour to close, which is 2 p.m. So 3 p.m. to start. We were bullish. We broke straight to the upside, and we were bullish. So, in turn, what happens now? Where is the 3 p.m. here? In turn, what could have happened? Since we were already bullish on the 5 minute as well, we could have said, oh, this would have been such a perfect loss of a trade, I think. And it would have pissed me off so much. The Right, this is something again that I would have watched out probably. So either we took it off this 5 minute value gap and we took the trade here, right? And then probably stopped out if our stop loss was down here, you know? Or at the same time, we waited for this fair value gap to be respected and we took the trade here. And then again, I think we would have been stopped out. Unless our stop loss were all the way in a crazy spot, this motherfucking candle would have 100% stopped us out. So I'm going to put it there. I think this would have been a loss of a trade. I don't think this would have hit profits. But then again, if we waited for a resweep and consolidation, so if we waited for a resweep into account, which would have been this motherfucking candle, then we would have been able to enter somewhat, I think, don't know, somewhere here or here. Ooh. We'd be able to enter somewhere in here. But then again, this is all hindsight. And then if this did happen, then we would have been able to. Oh my god, bro, the English is not Englishing right now, man. We would have been able to hit a really nice take profit. I'm gonna have this one as a loss, I think, because I know this kind of would have fucked me up so bad. Doesn't matter where, what fair value gap I took it off from, it would have fucked me up so bad, because I would have not thought of putting the stop loss, if maybe even here, but like that would have still been stopped out by the wick again. So I would have not thought of putting the stop loss, I don't know, around here. Honestly, that would have been a stop loss. Stopped out. Cool. So we go on to, that's Tuesday, Thursday morning. Thursday morning. What happened here? Cool. So we're bullish, and then we respected a 1 hour fair value gap. We came into it and then we respected it. We respected it at what time? At 12. So at 1, we would have been able to enter a trade. Please tell me this trade is at 1, because otherwise I'm gonna bug out. It's not at 1 yet. This candle is 1. I mean, it works for me. Okay. This also works for me. Because if this candle is 1, we saw that the 5 minute break structure was happened and that we respected a 5 minute. Okay, this is a 1 minute fair value gap, but at the same time, I do believe we have here a 1 minute, 5 minute fair value gap, right? So this is a 5 minute one. This is a 1 minute fair value gap here that we can't see because we don't have the premium version and we can't access that far away to the chart. See, we can't. So, this trade would have been very funny. It would have been actually very funny. Because we can't know what actually happened unless we took the actual trade. So what could happen? We took the trade there after 1 p.m. Obviously, we respected it, beautiful. We aimed for a 1-to-1 ratio, which happened on this highs, perfect hit, and then we break even. Or if my first take profits were all the way here, and then my second ones were, I don't know, somewhere around here. Oh, perfect. If my second take profits were all the way up here, and my first take profits were here, right? Either we somehow get stopped out if our stop loss were really tight, or we don't if it wasn't as tight. Because I think we would have been lucky not to be stopped out if we had a stop loss under this 5 minute low, instead of obviously having it as tight as fuck and having it around here, you know? So I'm going to take this as a win because I think I learned my lesson that I would not have my stop loss really tight. I would have probably put it around that place. And luckily enough, we would have not been stopped out. So I'll have this as a win. Then again, our bias was still correct. We, as I mentioned, we couldn't have not taken a trade here because we did nothing on the 1 hour. Here we came down into 1 hour fair value gap and then we respected it, and then 5 minute regular structure, and then respection, and then blah 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 blah. So yeah, cool. I think I took this trade. I think I like when you smile. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I took. Whoa. Let me see. See, when this happens, I really want to take the trade because if this is a 5 minute breaker structure, it's such a big ass leg candle that I was saying. There's so much sell. There's so much sell happening right now. But we're gonna wait. I've got no rush to trade. Okay, so we took this loss. The trade we should have taken though is 3 p.m. We were bullish on the 1 hour. We were still bullish on the 1 hour and on the 5 minute. So somewhere around here, we should have seen a 1 minute fair value gap being respected. At the same time, we broke above this 5 minute fair value gap, which gives him more. In turn, it gives him more confluence, right? And then all the way up to the 1-to-2 risk roll ratio trade. Obviously, stops could have been more tight, but if they were too tight to the 5 minute fair value gap, we would have been stopped out by the wick. So maybe a bit more, and we would have taken more profit. As you can see, this candle is not even on here, on here, on here, on here. So there was a 1 minute, 5 minute. There was a 1 minute fair value gap being respected, which I can't access right now. So in on hindsight, we could have taken the trade or not. Again, bias was correct. 1 hour breaker structure to the upside. No 1 hour breaker structure to the downside. Kaboom. At the same time, this is when Trump was elected and the whole week was bullish, which could have taken a toll on this. Oh my god. And then Thursday, why did we not take a trade on Thursday? Because what the fuck is this, brother? We could have taken a morning trade, but like unemployment claims, there's no way I'm trading that same morning. What are you on about? So Friday comes along, and then we take this stupid ass trade, which wasn't stupid. It was stupid. Yeah, I remember. My bad. This one, we take a trade. I mean, look at me, bro. Look at me, all the press and shit. So it's really funny how there's so much potential in the market, and I see it after I do this trade recap. But when I'm in the market, I don't fucking see it, and I just take the lost trades. Fucking stupid ass bitch. Friday. We usually shouldn't trade on Fridays, but if we followed our buys, even on this ugly ass Friday, we would have hit profits. So 3 hour, we close bullish, amazing. Nothing really happens on the 1 hour, like we don't sweep or anything. We just keep going up in a way. Then the 5 minute break structure happens here. Kind of, very slight 5 minute break structure, but I guess that is a break structure. And then somewhere around this place, we would have filled a fair value gap that we would have helped us go up. At the same time, probably imagine that 1 minute was there, our stop loss were here, we would have been stopped out. So, very hindsight again. If our stop loss were all the way down here, we would have been able to take a trade. We would have hit a 1-to-1 here, and then probably break even, depending where our start was. Or if we lost it, then would have hit a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, which is at the top of these highs. They hit perfectly, went down, and then fucking Sunday opened, big ass gap, and then we just went up. So that is the trade recap for the week. Yeah, so we checked that trading plan actually works, and then there was a few things where we would have failed the trade for a few reasons, which is stop loss too tight, or the entry, or the market just fucking us up for no reason. So things like that happen. But yeah, we're gonna keep going, man. That is all for today. Hopefully, this morning trade, we get something out of it because it feels like it's just gonna crash. And yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna enter until I see those highs swept. So I guess see you guys.